We are live. This is not picking up, or is this picking up? Yes, it's picking up.
Phone.
Yes. So that way it picks up.
Yeah, that helps.
Yours is picking up well.
Excellent. I do enjoy the proximity that I have with my microphone.
Yes, you have a very intimate
I am.
microphone.
Yes.
So it's episode we don't know, don't care.
Of the...
I was wondering, do we want to keep saying that?
We might as well.
All right. We can keep saying it.
Okay.
We're not going to count them. So.
No, well, obviously, we have to keep something consistent.
But the service that we use to distribute the podcast actually sent me an email that said we had just done our 25th podcast.
That's not a real number. They're mythical. Confused. Yeah.
They obviously...
Arbitrary.
Yes. They just made that up. So
absolutely.
Probably to keep us paying as a customer.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you got a merit badge.
Pretty much.
Here's your milestone, 25.
Good conduct medal.
I missed out on one of those. Should have 3. Only have 2. Whoops.
Yeah, I got 0.
Oh, yeah.
Do that math.
1, 2, yeah, okay. All right.
So, yeah. Was what it was, is what it is.
That's right.
So, what do we want to talk about today?
Well, I think we just need to go back to basics a little bit. We just had our whiteboard meeting about back to basics. And let's get back to doing what we do and doing it the ETS way.
Right.
We always talk about it. Like, how do we tell somebody what we do here? And everybody's going to answer that differently. But, the why has always been the veterans. And that's just kind of how we've continued to do things around here. But yeah, just after the recent interaction is what I'll refer to it as, or it's not even an incident, right? Just a recent interaction that we had, just kind of made me think, if somebody does see our name, what makes them check us out? And how do we portray what we do? And so I don't know that we have a podcast that actually talks about what we do, so we'll start there.
Well, just for a different reason, I had given a presentation last night to a group here at ETS and presented what we do and stuff like that. And I realized on my way home that I had forgotten a couple things.
Uh-oh.
So I actually had to come in this morning and write down what it is we do.
Okay.
Because although I'm supposed to be quasi in charge of this place,
very heavy on the quasi part.
I apparently don't even know what we do.
And I think that just comes with how ingrained we all are. I mean, I don't think we actually work here. We enable this place to happen.
True.
Yes. Yeah. And so let's start from square one. Brand new veteran comes in. They register as a member. What does that mean? What does that mean to be a member of ETS? Well, it means you can partake in everything that we're about to talk about. Membership cost is free, $0. First and foremost, I refuse to call this place an office. I hate telling people, "Oh, come on down to our office and see what we're all about." I say, come down to our space. We call it the VREC, or the Veterans Resource and Empowerment Center. Come have a cup of coffee. Come have a meeting with a social worker, or come have a business meeting. Come study. Come apply for jobs. Come hang out and shoot the breeze. Right? Like
there's people today actually sitting around singing songs.
There are regularly, not even just on third Saturday when it's karaoke. It's, probably 4.5 out of 5 days a week, there's a guitar down there too. So I just campfire, ETS campfire hour. I don't know. But no, I mean, we've got, snacks and refreshments and, just anything. Think about walking into a lobby of a hotel or something. That's kind of the environment, not necessarily the feel, but kind of the physical aspect of it. And of course, we were founded, right, as it's the supply store now, but a supply distribution.
Right.
And that's kind of what we're known for, I would say, is that. And our supply store it's entirely donation based. It's set up very similar to like a retail experience. We wanted to do that on purpose. Veterans can come in and use the store once a month. It's completely free for them, and they can get the things that they need to sustain themselves, whether it is clothing specifically, hygiene products. I mean, there's a bunch of little knickknacks that are always donated, and we've got a display down there of like stress balls or water bottles or things like that. Hello.
Now, we want to say we don't take that stuff. It does show up from time to time.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets through the screening process downstairs.
Yeah.
Which is very not a good screening process. And
we could tighten that up a little bit.
we could. So we don't want people to think that we take all kinds of stuff.
Right. I mean, we don't want toasters and dishwashers and anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I never realized how hot of a commodity like bed sheets could be.
Right.
But it's all, I mean, just like your first interaction with that veteran, like changing his socks and underwear changed his life. Like, I have the opportunity to wash my bed sheets and have clean bed sheets to sleep on, and that's
doesn't mean you take that opportunity.
Well, yeah, very true. You could ask my wife, and she would agree with you on that. But yeah, just the ability of them to be able to come in and browse and pick out the things that they want in their size, in the color they want, or in the cut that they want, where they're not able to do that at, I don't know, anywhere else, where they can go in and be like, oh yeah, I'm a 34, 32, here's some slacks and a pair of blue jeans, whatever the case is. Right. So we do that, and we do that really well. We also just have a number of different things going on in the VREC throughout the week. Mondays, you got a whole ton of stuff. You got C3, which stands for Christ-Centered Conversations, and that's for anybody and everybody, whether you're a firm believer or you are, you don't know what to believe or don't believe. It's for everybody. Sure. It doesn't matter where you're at or what you believe, and it's just a conversation. It's exactly what it is. It's just a conversation. It's just trying to figure out where you're at, where somebody else is at, and just introducing some things to think about, some things to chew on while you're on your journey. Then we roll into Guitars for Vets. That's been a really great program. That was one of the first things you told me when I actually started working. You're like, I've always wanted to have Guitars for Vets here. And so we've made that happen. We're just a host site. We don't run the program or anything like that. We just have them, a space for them to come in and provide the lessons and the environment for them to do that. After Guitars for Vets, we have our recovery meeting. And that's based on 12 steps. It's not 12-step. It's not anything getting shoved down your throat as far as you need to do this and change that. It's a peer support circle. That's the best way I've been able to describe it. It's
right.
And bring anything. It's not just with alcohol or drugs. It's mental health. It's anger, addiction, post-traumatic stress, whatever you're struggling with, your hurt, your habit, your hang-up, bring it, and just sit in a space where people are familiar with it and can hold that with you. And then Mondays, we get the incredible opportunity to be a host site for the whole health department of the VA. I know for one, Delroy has taken both of those classes, I think, multiple times. I love them to death. But yeah, they come in and they teach a mind, body, spirit class. They teach a taking charge of my life and health class. And just what a great location. We're only a few blocks from them, which everybody should know. But just to be able to have them integrated into the community and be able to do that at our place is pretty great. And that's just Monday. I won't bore everybody with every other day of the week, though I could. We got coffee talk on Tuesday, art on Wednesday, which is today. Benefits expert, benefits outreach specialist, I think is his actual title. Comes on Thursday. Fridays are wide open. We have had a group of guys come in and play like tabletop games pretty regularly on Fridays. That's been really cool to see. But one Friday a month, you got MacV and CRRC. They come in and help people navigate being homeless and that world. And one Friday a month, we've got the menders, the mending ladies that come in and they'll stitch your clothes up for you. And of course, to stay true to our name, even though we are open 5 days a week, every third Saturday of the month, we have our monthly event.
That's right.
Couple hours, little food, little fun. Yeah. And so that's kind of our weekly deal to deal. So we've got the supply store, we've got our events during the week, and now is where things start to get a little bit more complicated. You got me and you. Mm-hmm. Me and you. Talk a little bit. I'll turn the mic over to you. I've been running my suck a whole lot here. We are veteran advocates here.
Right.
What do we do? What does that mean to you?
So it's pretty simple. When a veteran comes in and educates that they have a need, we aim to fill that need with something we do in-house or something that we have a partner out in the community that does that. So we try not to do anything that's already being done well by someone else, and we don't want to do it. And it's twofold. We want to focus on what that resource is. What does that individual indicate that they need assistance with? But also, more importantly, I think we want to ask them the question of how they're doing.
Yeah.
Just literally like how are you doing? And I was telling, I think you, the story. We run down to the VA storefront downtown once a month and pick up a few veterans and bring them back to our place in a little van that we have. And I was coming back and asked the veterans that we had picked up, I said, how are you doing? And the one veteran had answered, he was doing better. And I asked, well, what happened? And he said his own brother shot him in the head. Luckily, it was just with a .22. It didn't go all the way through his skull.
Yeah.
But you could tell that the wound there was pretty raw.
Yeah.
And he was in good spirits. He tried to kind of laugh it off, and it was apparently some drug use, some meth involved there, and some bad decisions. But sometimes it's just asking how you're doing is more important than what do you need.
Yeah.
And so getting down to it as far as we can name any number of veterans, a couple of which might be downstairs right now as we speak.
Yeah.
What they need is connection.
Yeah.
It's not on a resource sheet. It's not in the phone book. It's a dated reference, but
yellow or white pages.
You can't necessarily Google it.
Right.
I mean, you could, but the point is that it's more of an intangible need, and so we're doing both, and that can be hard.
Oh yeah.
If we don't say so ourselves.
I believe we are the perfect ones to say so.
Because me and you work harder than everybody else here.
Absolutely. Some days I wonder what Krista does all day, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Jesse plays with numbers all day. I'm pretty sure she's playing the old Number Munchers game that used to be on like the super old computers. No, I mean, not making an old joke, because I played it, and I'm the youngest. Well, outside of Kayla, I'm the youngest one.
Well, Kayla
she was born yesterday, I think.
Yeah, just pretends to play with social media all day. And so
yeah.
So that leaves the two of us to carry pretty much the whole work.
Shoulder. I mean, we're like Atlas. We're shouldering this whole dang thing.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and too, like they've got patient advocacy at the VA. Like I've gone so far, I called the VA for a vet, and they talked to me. I was like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. Can we work on this? And they were like, yeah, sure. Okay. I called the post office, somebody who was employed there, and I was like, hey, what's going on? It's like it was cool to see that other people, or the people that need our help, you can advocate for them outside of just like those immediate needs too.
Sure.
And like that's why I say too, it gets a little hairy because I also help people with resumes, right? Because that's sometimes the VA the VA does a great job. Don't get me wrong. Their employment assistance is super great, but like, if that's backed up, why can't I? You know
Right.
what I mean? I that's something I sought out as value added, and so now I do some of that career coaching stuff. But yeah, and I've noticed a huge difference. Just kind of re-implanting ourselves in the VREC down there has really made it. And honestly, just in a few days, a week or two. But it's brought back a lot of that feel that never went away, but it's definitely, I'm feeling it a lot.
Well, and there's just a reality to things where you can get a little cynical, you can get a little jaded. Anyone who works with other human beings, is gonna run into that feeling from time to time, and so it's good to refocus and recalibrate on what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And to think about how that person is perceiving it, and what if that person was you,
Right.
or what if that person was someone you love?
Right.
Would you want them to come to us, or would you say no? Stay away from those idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, if you take that to heart and really keep it at the forefront of your mind, it helps to make sure you're always putting the veterans' interests first, as long as it's within reason,
Right.
And you learn about people. And I personally have, a lot of my personal growth has been due to learning from other people.
Yeah, for sure.
And watching them carry what they have to carry.
Yeah.
And some of the happiest veterans we know are they, in material sense, they have nothing.
Right.
Like, but they're just happy, and they're living their life, and they're doing their thing, and
Right.
and it's kind of inspiring sometimes.
It absolutely. I actually watched an interaction like that downstairs this morning. Just a dude, just bright with life. But I know him, and I know his situation, and if I was in that situation, I would not be shining with joy at any point.
Right.
But just to be able to see him and listen a little bit to the conversation he was having, and just really reflect on exactly what you're talking about, like how he still carries himself,
right,
and how he still represents himself is incredible.
Yeah, and there's a Catholic priest in Los Angeles works with gang members, Greg Boyle, and one of his really memorable quotes is to, instead of judging what people are carrying, you stand in awe of how they carry it.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I don't know where I'd be if I was homeless.
Oh,
I just don't know. I can't answer that. It's almost like a combat thing. Like, you don't know what you're going to do until it happens.
Until you're doing it. Yeah, exactly.
And so I don't know where I'd be. If I got evicted or foreclosed on, and I was out in the street, and doesn't have food, no job,
right?
Like, man, so to not get jaded with those situations, but say, hey, everyone's different.
Yep.
every person's why is different.
Yep.
Like how they end up here. Oh, they made bad decisions, or they're probably using drugs, or they probably gambled it away. Not necessarily.
Right.
Those are falsehoods.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and those are easy deflections for people to make to not look at the problem and say it's their own fault. I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
And so that was always the kind of issue with veterans homelessness. Now, luckily, that's probably been cut by 75%.
Oh yeah. I don't
in the
know
Twin
exact
Cities.
number, but yeah.
It's been really good. The VA and MACV have done an excellent job.
Well, and Minnesota's down to one county.
Right.
You know?
Right. And so it's it's just hard to be in someone else's shoes unless you've actually walked in those shoes.
Right.
And so we just work under the precondition that we're just going to love people.
Yeah.
And sometimes they make it hard.
They can.
It's not sunshine and rainbows all the time.
No.
But even the toughest cases, a lot of those people are they're the ones that are really hurting the most.
And they need it the most.
That's correct.
They just need that unconditional smile, handshake, whatever it is.
Just simple respect.
Yeah.
And dignity
Yep.
as a human being.
Yep.
Is something that some people haven't felt for quite a while.
A long time. A
And
long time.
As I was going through that presentation last night about what we do, I kept going back to letting the group I was speaking to know that it's not what we do, but it's why we do it.
Right.
And so it's not about giving out clothing,
Right.
or winter boots, or those things are great and necessary, but it's about how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you make that person feel like crap,
Right.
like a charity case,
Right.
or do you make that person feel like they're just in a circular relationship with you?
Right. And going back to our third Saturdays, like, are they going through a line at a soup kitchen where every person is just getting a scoop of food thrown on their tray, or are they, hey, here's some pizza, or do you want chicken or beef, or how are you doing? Thanks for coming.
Right.
It's how we do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
To get back a little bit, I think the last kind of tangible thing that we do is the fitness center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's open 10 to 3. We're open 9 to 4. Fitness center's open 10 to 3. And that has really taken off here.
Mm-hmm.
It has really taken off. And as we talk about frequently, and as we know, like, things take time, and we were worried that it wasn't going to get used. But, man, that place is hopping anymore. Yeah. We've got guys using